to understand that my current situation wasn't my end result. It was just a stop along the way. If I was able to cultivate the reality I desired, I could have it. And on Rogers is where I began my journey of documenting my day-to-day thoughts in what I consider my gratitude journal. And from then, I've probably written in 5 of them, maybe like 75 pages each journal. And every day I'm writing things I want, things that I want to see. And I will be alive. I told you that everything I wrote doesn't come to pass. I would also be allowed to tell you that it's magic, and also be allowed to tell you that you don't have that same power. It's just faith and action, trusting the process and doing the work. So this neighborhood and that room with 5 roommates on the lease and then 3 other people who weren't, and dogs that I didn't ask for, I found this level of peace that I now live in, and Lips is a great part of that. Sometimes I only have enough money for a turmeric latte, by the way. And I came in and asked for it the best way I could with a little bit of honey before I got to work. I mean, 3 hours into the city, working all night, and then performances after that. But I still kept faith. And I kept enjoying it, and I showed up the same way. Because I knew that I had to represent in my current the places that I want to be in my future. So, Lips.
That's amazing. I think it's so important to share stories because they're universal. Obviously, that's why I got into the business of news reporting, being a storyteller. I think in a time where there's so much upheaval, what connects us is sharing our test. It usually becomes our testimony for other people, and it helps them keep achieving or keep, focused on their goal, even when there are moments that really want to test us. So let's talk about a lot of your pivots, your detours that became new destinations.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the why. How did you get into music? Why was it important for you?
Music was introduced to me just by being a child of New Orleans, growing up in a city where on every corner you're inspired and you don't have a choice but to do something with purpose. I found that music was a tool for me to surpass my environment. Growing up with 8 other siblings in the projects, dad in and out of prison, I needed something that could create a reality other than the one that was most accessible. The one that was most accessible was drugs and prison and all those things that would have not allowed me to be the Greg Ventures today. So I used my imagination. I